Brookhaven finally updated, and you can see they released this new house. It's 2 cabins in the middle of the forest with several secret versions. And today I want to test all the secrets from the update with you. So for that, I called this friend of mine. He said, let's go, we have to camp today. And guys, that's true. I rented the campsite just so we could camp, so we can't waste time. We have to run back here. But unlike him, I made this avatar, which is basically a summer avatar. And my friend arrived here, and he has a camping avatar, while I have a summer avatar. So we're getting here. Guys, I'm coming up front, because our campsite is pretty far. It's right here, literally in the middle of the forest. But I don't know if I should be scared of that, especially because it's in the middle of nowhere. And this is the campsite owner, and it looks like he has something to say. He said, here are the campsite rules, and also things you should never do. But it looks like my friend grabbed this paper, and he said, we don't need this. I'm throwing it away. My friend really threw it away. Look, I don't think he should have thrown that away, especially because we have to test the secrets of this house. So we need to know the rules. What my friend did was horrible. So much that it looks like this player is going to leave. He's grabbing his car, and he left. But now let's test the secrets in this Brookhaven house. So I'm getting here, and there's really a lot that came in the update. It looks like my friend is bringing the car here. But look, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And somehow he did. The car is basically here, and we can finally camp in peace. So now I'm going to change clothes. And for that I closed the curtain, and these clothes of mine aren't very good. But my friend came here, and it looks like he pressed a button there that made my car fall into the water. Guys, I really don't know why he did that. He ruined my Brookhaven car. My car is literally in the water, all because of my friend. Now he got here. He said, let's test the secrets. Yeah, that's true. But look, he ruined my car. And if my car's in the water now, it's because of him. My friend also threw the paper with the rules away, and I don't know why he did that. But now I can just sit here. I can grab this fishing rod, and I can actually fish. Look, this is really cool. But unfortunately, there are no fish. You can see we're catching absolutely nothing, especially because there are no fish here. I think it's time to remove this car. So I'm going to drive this car, but I don't know how I'm going to get it out of here. Now it's flying like this, and it fell into the water. My car is really stuck here, and I won't be able to get the light out of here. My car is literally underwater. This is really weird. For the first time, I'm seeing what it's like to be in a car underwater. But I'd better get out of here, because now I have to grab this house so we can test the secrets here. But suddenly I had an idea. You need to get a car and leave the car right here in the garage. Now my friend is coming here to do that, and it's going to be really important. You can see he got a bus for some reason. Look, this car is way too big. Now I close the garage, and you can see the bus is going to get completely glitched. This is literally flying here. This is really something that should be impossible to do, and it's a secret I'm sure you didn't know. Now we're literally flying here. My friend is trying to get back to normal, and he actually managed to get his car back to normal, and it wasn't as hard as it seems. But now I'm going to go up here like this. And guys, my friend has to come up here too. Now he's finally climbing up here to basically help me check out the secrets. But he's staring at me. He said, what if there's an animal chasing us at night? But I think that's impossible to happen, and I'm seeing that it's really going to happen. But guys, in case you didn't know, there are several secrets here. I can grab this item on the right, and I can place this tent right here in the middle of nowhere. But this isn't a good spot. This one's way better. I can literally sleep here if I want to. And you can see my friend is coming, and he actually got here. But look, I want to test with you the biggest secrets of all. But for that I have to turn my avatar back to normal, and I don't want to stay like that anymore. And if my friend wants, he can turn back to normal too. But it looks like he doesn't want to do that. Now he's going downstairs, probably because he's going to sleep, especially since it's really late. You can see it's getting completely dark, so I'm probably going to have to sleep here. Now I lay down, and I'm going to sleep in this totally different house, even before testing all the Brookhaven secrets. But I don't know what's happening here, because there's an animal coming up front, and for some reason it's watching our house. Guys, I don't know what animal this is, but for that I grab this flashlight, and I have to see what animal this is now. So I'm going downstairs, and now I'm watching it. But it looks like it's the deer, and it's from that horror game. I don't know what it's doing here, but I think I'd better get out of here. So I'm running here, and I have to escape from it, especially because I don't know what's going on here. Now I'm hiding in the bathroom, but it's really close. I don't know if it noticed I'm here in the bathroom, but now it's going over there, and it finally left. Guys, I'm officially free, and I have to tell my friend what happened. Now he got up, but look, a deer showed up inside here, and it almost attacked me in Brookhaven. But my friend got really confused. He said, that doesn't exist. Are you lying? Look, I'm not lying. I really saw a deer in here. So as soon as the sun comes up, we're going to have to find out where this deer is. Now it looks like he went to sleep, so I'm going to lock the house so it doesn't come in here. I'm really scared of this. The good thing is that it really left, and it's not going to bother us anymore. But guys, it looks like he's back there, and I'm watching. He's right here. Look, I'm going to get out of here and pretend I'm sleeping. That's the only way he'll leave me alone. Now it really looks like he disappeared. So I'm sleeping here. But now it's finally morning, and it looks like this player is coming back here again. He came here to get his house back, but I have some very important news to tell him. I want this house for one more day. I know he's coming here to get it back, but I still haven't tested the secrets I want to test in this house. He said, you'll have to pay money. Look, I have no problem with that. I'm going to pay money to stay one more night here, and he can take all that money in Brookhaven, but I also want him to tell me what that thing was that showed up at night. He said, if you hadn't thrown the paper away, you'd know what that was. Look, I wasn't the one who threw it away. It was actually my friend, who just woke up right here, but I want him to explain what that is. He said, the deer shows up at night and attacks everyone it sees. Okay, that's really scary. Now it looks like he left with his car, and he's going to leave us alone again. He literally left. But now I need my friend's help. He has to help me test the secrets. He said, there are 3 new items. Did you know that? Look, I already knew. But I want him to place the 3 items here, because I want to see if he really knows which items were added. So I'm watching the items he's grabbing. Look, that item isn't new. So he removed it. Now he placed this new item. And he also placed this new item. And also this other item. These are the 3 items that were added. And surprisingly, he actually got it right. But guys, this item is my favorite item, especially because you can keep moving like this. This is really different. It's an item that moves non-stop. And that's actually really weird when you stay like this. But now I got out of here, and I want to see what this Roblox item does. It's basically a food pot, but there's a secret button there, and apparently my friend pressed it, and you can see there's this pot with this completely purple weird thing. Look, that doesn't look very healthy. I want him to press the button again, and now the pancakes showed up. Now this thing appeared, and I don't know what that is. And lastly, these eggs showed up. Look, that's a pretty cool one, but it looks like there are more things here. There's this food that apparently went bad. There's also this other food, but accidentally my friend discovered that there's even more food in this pot, and that's something I really didn't know. There are also these balloons that I can throw wherever I want. This is literally so cool. Look, I want him to grab that too, because this is how we're going to scare the deer away. And as soon as that animal shows up here, we're going to attack it at night, so it never comes back here again. And it looks like he got that, but he's still really confused. It's because he hasn't seen that animal. But I want to test more secrets that I'm sure you've never seen before. So I'm coming here, and I'm going to have to choose another secret button in this house. And I picked exactly this one. Here we have this really cool bow, where I can hit these targets. But this bow, surprisingly, has a secret. That even made my friend confused, because he doesn't know what the secret is. But this item didn't use to work with long distances. But now I can come here and shoot this arrow forward, and the arrow actually reaches here. That's a really interesting thing. Now he's running back here, because he wants to see if the arrow is still there. But the arrow already disappeared. So much that my friend is right here. Now he put this apple on top of his head. He said, I dare you to hit the apple. Look, I'm going to hit that apple, but that's going to be really hard. Now I shot here, and I almost hit my friend. Guys, the arrow landed right here. He even looked at it, and I don't know if he trusts me. So this time I'm really going to hit it. Perfect! I shot here, and this time I hit behind my friend. He's even looking at it, and it looks like he's not scared, but he ran away from here, and it really looks like he's scared. But I want to see if it's possible to hit this apple, because it's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm aiming here, but it's really hard, and it actually looks like I hit the apple. Guys, I finally managed to do it. So it's really possible to hit the Brookhaven apple, but it's pretty hard, and it actually looks really nice. Even my friend is coming here to see it, and it's really cool. I hit the apple again, and that's really interesting. I don't know why he didn't trust me. He's looking at it, but it seems like he got really scared. He said, you almost hit me 3 times. And that's actually true, but I'm going to let him try to hit the apple up here. So he's going back there. And I even want to see if he'll make it. Look, it's not as hard as it looks. And he actually managed to hit it. Guys, that worked. And I just got out of here, and everything really worked. But it's starting to get dark, and we'd better go back home to test more secrets. So I'm running here to test as many secrets as possible from this Brookhaven update. He's following me. Now I'm going to choose this house, and here you can make a theater. So I'm sitting here, and I want to see what my friend is going to do. But he showed up right there and started dancing. Look, but he's dancing outside the theater. And he noticed that, so he came here and started dancing again. But this friend of mine is really weird. And now it's officially night, and that's not very cool. It's good that he's careful so the deer doesn't show up here. But now he's sitting, and I'm coming here to test another secret. I'm going to have to press this last button, and now these things appeared, and there's a giant statue here that has a hippo. It's a really different statue, and for some reason, my tent is flying here. But I had an idea. I placed 2 chairs here so we can look at this statue. It's a really different statue, but for my safety, I have to close this gate to keep the deer from coming here, especially because I'm really scared of it. But guys, I'm sure we're safe, especially because there's a lot of light here, and the deer wouldn't attack a place with so much light. But my friend is staring at me. He said, what if the light attracts him? Look, that's a big possibility. So maybe I have to turn off all the lights I can. I'm going to press this red button, and now I'm going to activate this button. And we're totally without light in the house. There's literally no light anymore. But it's time for my friend to come back here. I'm even going to activate this button. And now he's back. But for some reason he's really scared. It looks like he's really scared. Look, I don't know why he's scared, but I'm looking outside, and there's nothing unusual. And actually I'm seeing here, and it looks like the deer is right in front of us. Guys, we better get out of here. So much that he already ran out, and I don't know why he's so scared. But he's coming here, so I locked my house, because I don't want him to come inside. He's literally at the door. Now he finally left. Look, I think we're safe and we can get out of here, but I have to be really careful not to find him again. So I opened the door, and I locked the door so my friend stays safe. Look, be really careful and hide inside, because now I'm going to find out where he is. I have this item that's going to help me attack him, because I'll be able to defend myself, but I don't know where he is. And then he just showed up here. Look, this is really scary. I'm throwing it here, but it doesn't do anything. The balloon isn't making him go back. Actually, he's just standing still. He's just watching me in Brookhaven. Now he decided to come over here, but I have to run away from here, and he's still coming after me. Guys, he's really chasing me, and I don't know how I'm going to get away from him, because he won't stop following me. So I'm running up here, because I have to escape this deer, but it looks like it's finally getting bright, and it looks like the deer left and is hiding in the forest. Guys, this is really weird. He went into the forest in a very specific place. The good thing is that I'm safe, so I went back home. Even my friend left, and it's time for us to leave. We're both really scared, and the owner of the house just came back here, but he wants to say something to us. He even came closer. He said, "Do you want to stay one more night?" Look, actually I'm leaving, because I'm really scared of this place. This is the scariest place ever. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.